Did you know that a smile is worth 1,000 words? I'm Dr. Jill Wade, and I truly believe this. I'm a dentist. I have been for almost 30 years now, and I love to talk about smiling and laughter and all the health benefits that come along with it. So I want to welcome you back to the Beyond Face Value show, and I want you to help me welcome back as well our co-host, Laura Lewis Edwards. Hello, my dear. How are you today?
I am happy, ready to talk about one of my favorite topics. And one of the reasons I love hanging around you, Dr. Jill, is you love to smile and laugh, not just because, you're a dentist, you love life. And this topic today really is all about health benefits of laughter and smiling. We've got some great things to talk about and maybe make people start thinking about smiling more and laughing more.
Absolutely. Just telling you at this age, a lot of my friends and I happen to point out, it seems like, if we're at dinner, if we're in a social setting, those people who maybe aren't quite so happy and have what we like to say the RBF going on. Do you know what I'm talking about? And I've just decided at this age that the RBF is not a good thing. When you're not smiling, when you're frowning, guess what you look like? You look older. You look haggard. You look like you're unapproachable. And I'm sorry, but if you look at the ladies that are out there that are in their 80s, in their 90s, and they still look super happy and joyful and playful and spirited, what are they doing, Laura? Are they frowning?
They're smiling.
They're smiling.
They're enjoying life.
They're enjoying life. Absolutely. And so what's incredible is it actually has beneficial health benefits all over the place. I mean, statistically, it's crazy. Just simply laughing and smiling is better for your health.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
I just remembered. I'm going to brag. I'm going to brag for just a second. I was nominated for best smile in my high school. Okay. So, I mean, and I just thought of that, but I have always enjoyed smiling. I had my good old Grandma Ruby. She was the person that influenced me so much in a positive way. And she had the best laugh and she smiled all the time. And it was just a joy to be around her. And,
it's contagious. It's contagious.
It is. So, talking about though, as a cosmetic dentist, as dentist and cosmetic dentist, and that you really have worked with people over the years, transforming their smiles and transforming their lives, changing their lives. We've done some episodes talking about how to achieve the smile, whether it's through whitening or, clear aligners, Invisalign, or through veneers, those kind of things. If you're interested in that kind of thing, go back to some of our other episodes on your favorite podcast platform or on YouTube channel. Dr. Jill Wade, she has a cosmetic dentistry practice that's based in Frisco, Texas. And it's an amazing place. Everybody smiles. Everybody's in a great frame of mind. But I've heard you tell stories, Dr. Jill, about how when you do work on someone's smile cosmetically, that a nice side benefit is they're going to be smiling more, laughing more, and not being so shut down, perhaps frowning as much, right?
Absolutely. The confidence that it brings to someone is huge. And I don't care if you're 15 or if you're 85, like it doesn't matter the age. Confidence is confidence, and confidence is what, from an energy standpoint, comes off of you and then almost like lures in people to, want to come and talk to you or want to be around you and want to share in community with you, which is so important. So, even just that alone of being in community with other people because you're approachable is great for your health and your well-being and your mindset.
And it is transformative. It is life-changing.
It is.
Not only like for someone's career or their dating life or even just their life in general. When a person is laughing more, smiling more, it's not only just this, the visage, how it sort of shows up. Yes, it makes you more You might feel more attractive. A healthy smile, a beautiful white smile or straight teeth, people perceive that as that you're a healthier looking person. But here's the best part. If you're smiling and you're laughing more than others, you're going to be healthier. I want to mention something. I mean, I was so passionate about this topic that when I wrote this book a long time ago,
It was a whole chapter, right?
I have a whole chapter
Yes.
on laughing. It's called Laugh It Off. And what was so fun about it is that, for example, I open up the chapter talking about this renowned psychiatrist. He was a laughter researcher, Dr. William Fry, and he said that laughing 100 times during a 24-hour period has the same or similar cardiovascular benefits as rowing machine for 10 minutes. Now,
Wow.
Yeah, and why would that?
Wow.
Right.
I would much
Why
rather
would
do that than the rowing machine for 10 minutes. I mean, hands down.
Yeah, so laughing, I mean, the act of laughing, or you can call it chortling heartily, it raises your blood pressure and your heart rate temporarily. And this is what happens when you exercise. And it won't it's not going to replace your daily walk or your exercise session, but just know it's a great reason to laugh more. I mean, when you laugh, think about it. If you're laughing, oh my gosh, it's hysterical. I'm laughing so hard watching a movie, or someone tells me a joke. I'm sure all of us have experienced at some point where we were laughing so hard we could barely breathe. And you're like, stop, please stop, stop the joke or whatever. But think about how you feel. And you're laughing,
Well,
you're
even
utilizing
when you're
a lot of
that,
your blood pressure is going up, everything.
I'm
But
thinking
it's a
about
good thing.
comedies and movies. Why do you think a huge genre of movies is a comedy and laughter or rom-com and this? And it makes they write it to make you laugh and to enjoy the movie. Well, there's science behind that, right? Because laughter makes you feel good. It increases hormones, the good feeling hormones, the endorphins. And so you leave the movie theater having enjoyed your experience, not just the movie itself, but everybody that you were around and that you went to the movies with. So why? So that you keep coming back, because that just told your brain, you go to the movie, you have fun, you laugh, you enjoy it. I want to go back and I want to do it again.
Right. And so to further explain, so when you are laughing and your blood pressure goes up and your heart rate increases, it's the same kind of thing happens when you're exercising. It's a good stressor. So when you're exercising cardiovascularly, a good, nice brisk walk, or you get on a bike, and your blood pressure is going to elevate some, your heart rate is going to increase. But what happens as a result, like after you walk out of the movie theater watching a hilarious movie, this has happened when you're laughing so hard, but then your blood pressure lowers even lower, and your system calms down and your heart rate drops down and your immune system is boosted and those stress hormones will lower. There is all of this study around it that has shown that, as an example, they did study some people watching a comedic, show, and they measured their stress hormones and they saw what happened. And afterwards, they showed specific biochemical reactions that occur just as a result of laughing. And it can make you less stressed, much calmer, and in a better zone. It elevates those happy hormones too.
Absolutely.
I mean, just think about that.
Which is why they kind of started to even have like laughing yoga. They bring in meditation type of, sessions, but literally everybody in there, they start by laughing. Kind of awkward at first. I've done it. Little strange. You're in this room with 30, 40 people and all you do is start to laugh. And oddly, you feel weird. I'm not going to lie. It's a little strange right at first. But then you start laughing at somebody who snorts or is laughing and then laughing. And then the next thing you know, literally you are belly laughing everybody at the same time. It's super energetic in there. And by the time you leave, I mean, you feel like so light and so free and so fun and so energetic. And if you ever get a chance, if you ever see one, you've got to do it. It's absolutely worth the trip. It really is.
I have a good friend who is an amazing person. Her name is Claire Billingsley. She's based out of Dallas. I know she teaches yoga laughter, but she's also a comedian, and she also works for a major corporation and does trainings with big groups. And Claire has the best laugh ever. And I'll have to go to one of her classes, just because I can only imagine how it would be. I mean, it kind of reminds me of, there was a exercise kind of dance class back in the day, and I think it's still around, called Nia. And you go in and you're supposed to just start dancing and freely, right? It's kind of like that. Like, if you got to start laughing freely, you feel self-conscious, but in the end, if you're moving or laughing or whatever, you have this great benefit. And I was just thinking also, I would imagine you make some great friends in a yoga laughter class.
I would think so. At least, they're happy and spirited and want to be there, and they're not grumpy, bitter people just walking around with their RBF faces, right? So what is it scientifically that's actually happening during the laughter is that we are stimulating our vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is just this incredible nerve that runs from our, cerebral cortex and talks to all the other parts and pieces of our body, all of our organs and things like that. And any time that you can stimulate the vagus nerve, it helps to decrease the fight or flight. It helps to calm us down. And when we're calm, we get our resiliency back. And so it's just this kind of, I don't know, just like this little whirlwind of how to pick yourself back up again, rather than kind of going down into a more negative or an unhappier, more bitter type of lifestyle, which I don't think any of us want, but is super easy to get into that pattern. But when you know tips and tricks of how to get out of it, that's the key. And so laughter, call it laughter, smiling, things like that, you are stimulating the vagus nerve. Other things that can stimulate the vagus nerve is just by humming, singing, chanting. This is why a lot of cultures will do a lot of chanting and humming. And I believe, too, one of the reasons why singing is such a big part of the Christian lifestyle is because all together in one room, you're singing and you're stimulating the vagus nerve, and it elevates the whole positivity and feeling and spirit that's happening inside the walls.
Yeah. And, I also love really addressing the biochemistry as well. Just to reiterate the biochemistry, we're biological human beings. We are a bunch of chemicals. It impacts everything. It impacts our energy. It impacts our mood. It really impacts a lot that's going on in our lives. And when, for example, if someone has perhaps like depression running in their family, or anxiety that runs in the family, because it's systemic. It really does go in family systems. And I could go down a whole rabbit hole with this, talking about, it could be a biochemical thing with the microbiome, and the bacteria in the gut causing, that's where a lot of our serotonin and dopamine, those feel-good neurotransmitters, are created in the gut, 80% or so, and not just in the brain. And so if there are ways that we can beat the system, if you will. Well, because I have a degree in nutrition, because I'm a health person, I would talk to somebody about, well, let's talk about your biochemistry in all ways. But the laughter part is a great way to dive in and to experiment with improving your mood. Dr. Paul Ekman, back in the day, from UC San Francisco, he did an interesting experiment with students, and to show just by the act of smiling can change the chemistry, is what they did. Is they brought students in, college students in, and they didn't tell them what they were doing. They just said, we're gonna give you a questionnaire, and then we're gonna put a pencil in their mouth. And they put like a pen or a pencil in their mouth and had them sit there for like 20 minutes and think about what it looks like when you have a pencil in your mouth, right? You're smiling, right? You're in a smile. And then afterwards, what they found is that moods were boosted, that there was a positive feeling just by the act of smiling. And of course, there's been tons of research all around this over the years now to say, indeed, just by smiling, you're elevating the happy hormones. Indeed, by laughing, you're activating that and, decreasing the stress hormones and all that. So if you had a choice, and you're riding in your car, do you think maybe you might try to smile when you're riding in your car? Or you might be listening to something that makes you laugh, or talk to somebody that lifts you up and makes you smile. Those kind of things are life changing, and implementing those into your daily life, which you could even add this. We did a show recently on your, the morning with the morning good stuff that you do with your family. You might put this on, like if somebody's in a particularly bad mood, just go, hey, put a pencil in your mouth.
Yeah.
And sit there for 10 minutes and let's see how you feel. But practicing this art of smiling, practicing the art of laughter, and really changes your life.
It does. And I love what you just said, practicing the art of smiling and laughter. That's incredible. From a aesthetic standpoint, from an anti-aging standpoint, this is even huge. And I'm sorry, but this is a life hack, ladies. You don't have to buy the creams. You don't have to buy all the slathery stuff that you're going to put on your face and all the rollers and all the things that you're going to do. How about you just start smiling more? Did you know that to frown takes 43 to 47 muscles to make you frown? To make you smile only engages 13 to 17 muscles. Now think about that. That's a huge difference. So you are turning a frown down using more muscles, 43 to 47 versus 13 to 17 to go up. And that means everything's going down. So from an aesthetic standpoint, would you rather have your face, ladies, going down or going up? We want everything to go up. And with time and age and gravity, everything wants to go down and forward. So just life hacking this one thing and smiling more actually is going to help you with less Botox, less creams and potions than you've ever needed before. And who wants the RBF? We don't want that. Nobody wants to go around looking like they have the resting face. They don't. Do you?
No,
I don't.
They don't.
You look more relaxed and you look younger. You look more presentable, more approachable. And I think that's what everybody wants. And we talked about it a little while ago, right at the first, that it's like when you smile at someone, like they smile back, and you can really just like change the whole energy of a room or your family at the house. You know, when the kids come and roll their eyes at you and you just smile and love them and come over and start to hug them and laugh with them or at them, like they can't stay that way very long. They just can't. And another little hack, if you hug your children for 8 to 9 seconds, which is a really long time when you get in there, 8 to 9 seconds, literally the energy cannot help but flow into a more positive standpoint. That's just a little tidbit I was thinking about that you need to know. So laugh, smile at them, hug them for 8 to 9 seconds, and I guarantee you there's no way that their mood can't change.
Yeah. Well, so we should pose a challenge to our viewers and our listeners about the art of smile, the art of a smile, and the art of laughter. So this coming week, give it a go, give it a try, and then let us know. You know, the comments in our YouTube channel or even comments in podcasts, is that what you can do is just let us know how this has changed your life, because I know it will. And I also know culturally, there are certain parts of the country people don't smile as much, and it's culturally not the same. So maybe you can bust that cycle where you are and be the one that smiles more and be the one that they wonder why you're smiling, and maybe spread that beautiful positive energy to others around you, because life is now. You're only living once. Here we are, and might as well live your life with joy and happiness, laughter and love, and make it the best that you can, even if you're going through the most challenging times, because I'm here to tell you, both Dr. Jill and I have been through a lot of things that how we are today because of overcoming things in the past. And believe us when we say that, you can change your life for the better just by these tiny little things that we are working on conveying to you in this podcast series, the Beyond Face Value Show. That's why we connect so well, because we're both passionate about living your best life. And so try it. The challenge is there for you.
I love it. Thank you, Laura, for being here with me today. And I'm going to simply leave you guys with this. If your smile is worth 1,000 words, then you need to look in the mirror and really look at your face and really look at your smile and understand that's what you're saying to everybody else every day, all the time. So it's your choice. I hope you choose to smile with love and grace and get rid of the potions and some of the things that we need to do to try to make ourselves feel better, right? Just start smiling. We love you. We love your smile. And like Laura said, comment with us. Share this with your friends and family. And hopefully you too will just continue to watch the episodes here on the Beyond Face Value Show. Thank you for your time today. Also, to help us grow and expand our reach, be sure to like and subscribe to this show on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or whatever you prefer. Just remember, it's time to live your legacy now. I'm Dr. Jill Wade, and this has been the Beyond Face Value Show. Until next time.